Okay, so let's begin this webinar. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Entab CampusCare EdTalks, an exclusive platform where we invite pioneers from the education industry to share their years of experience and insights with us. So, before moving forward, let me introduce you to Entab. We are a 21-year-old IT company associated with over 1,500 schools across India, evolving them to become new age digital campuses by providing them mature and futuristic ERP, CRM, and mobile apps. In today's session, we'll discuss about creating meaningful teacher-student relationships. We'll understand that how can remote learning has changed the way students make memories. We'll also learn that how can technology create a bridge for effective teacher-student communication. So to discuss the same, we have a very special guest with us. So please welcome Mr. Ashish Bhatnagar, Principal, International School of Seychelles, East Africa. In his educational journey, Sir has served as assessment specialist for Cambridge A-levels, global perspectives, motivational speaker, certified life coach by New Skills Academy, UK, and many more. So, welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you, Mega. Namaskar to all the viewers. Good morning from Seychelles and good afternoon in India. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Okay, so before starting, I would just like to remind all of you to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon. Also, we are coming up with some regular vlogs where you'll have all the insights from the corporate world. So, do subscribe. So, moving forward, so sir, undoubtedly remember how we remember teachers for life. So, would you like to share some of your memories as a teacher you still remember?
Yeah, fantastic. Of course, there are a lot of fond memories from school, especially. And, from school, when you move to college, you have different kind of memories. And then, of course, your professional world. But the school memories, I'm sure you all will agree, that still remains as golden memories.
Right.
Anyone who refers to those old memories, they always say, "Oh, golden days, good old golden days."
Yes.
So yes, I do have some memories. Not some, plenty of memories from my school days, and probably yes, of course, friends and teachers of that era. In fact. I would like to share some one or two good relationships with the teachers,
Sure.
especially like the teachers who really had an influence in my life. And this is actually for all the students probably who are logged in now, that teachers really make and bring a big change to your life. They are actually the change makers. And teachers are the creators of all the professions. Let me be honest and straight. So I would like to share at least two, three different memories, not just one, because
Sure.
like we have a lot of memories, of course. But I'll be brief. I'll be short. Don't worry. Okay. Like there are good memories and there are bad memories. So I'll begin with a bad memory, I would say, and this is actually for all the students as well as if there are teachers and school leaders who are uh, watching this show right now. It happened with me when I was in grade 8. And in fact, it was with the subject maths. Now, maths is something which is everyone is scared of. I mean, most of the students, very few
Yes.
students enjoy this. And even I was a little scared. I wasn't very comfortable, but not really, But after this incidents, like maths became monster for me. Now, what happened was actually there was a class test taken by one of my math teachers, and I scored very poorly on that. I think probably just 3 marks out of 20. And he was very, very angry. He called me to his desk while he was marking the papers. He started shouting and screaming at me. And he just said, "This is rubbish. This is rubbish. What you have written, this, that." And what he did was, after screaming, he actually threw my notebook, where I'd done the test, into another, like corner of the classroom. Now, that incidence was something which actually was a kind of setback for me,
Hmm.
and that created some, like it was kind of havoc for me uh, when it comes to mathematics. So this is actually, I would like to why I'm sharing this is to tell the teachers who are listening to me at the moment that, see, the students expect a lot of things from teachers, and kindness and empathy is one of them.
Right. So.
Maybe a student who doesn't score well, not essentially that he's going to, like be a math master or any particular subject master in the future, but they all have their own specialities. I never studied maths after my grade 10. I actually, in fact, I had intentions of studying it in 11th and 12th as well, but I dropped in 10th, after 10th, because till 10th it was compulsory. So I
Hmm.
had to. And trust me, I barely managed to pass math because that thing was somewhere constantly in my subconscious mind. It was
That
like,
incident got registered in your mind. That's why, sir, maybe.
and so this is my appeal to all the teachers, all the educators around, that please be empathetic with students, be kind to them. Not everybody is an academic genius. They all have their own qualities, something which they really are an expert at. We must try to extract that. We must try to find those qualities and actually polish them. So this is one thing. So as I said, like some bad memories, but yes, now it's gone
Good.
actually. But still, I have it in my mind just as an inspiration, never as
Right.
something which pushes me or pulls me back. And let me tell you, my son loves mathematics because I
Great.
really to do that. And in fact, he's doing his engineering now, so
Okay.
you can feel like, and he's doing really well with maths. Now, some good memories, of course. There are like two language teachers, and these two languages I studied in my year 10. And you know to score really good marks and distinction marks in language subjects, and so I'm talking of year 1990, it's very difficult. It was very difficult during those days.
Hmm.
And luckily for me, I got these two excellent language teachers who really, uh, pushed us, who really helped us. So these two languages were English and Sanskrit. In fact, I didn't opt for Hindi, but I opted for Sanskrit, and I studied Sanskrit in my grade 10. And both these two subjects were my highest scores in
Oh,
grade
that's
10.
great.
Right. So these two language teachers had a lifelong impact on me, and I always make it a point that I do refer to them, Mrs. Bina Acharya and Mrs. Gayatri Singh. These two teachers really made a big change to my life by motivating me constantly.
Yes.
Of course, they were doing it for all the students, but I do remember because how they treated me. So this treatment is actually very important. This is how teachers must behave, must deal with their students. So these are some very good, like when it comes to say memories related to teachers, we had some outstanding teachers as well, others as well. I'm not saying that others were not good, but really, like, I mean, teachers do play a big role, and our good memories, teachers are a part of those good old memories. Thank
Ah,
you.
thank you so much, sir. So, sir, moving on, like as we know, all know that a school is a place where we have some of the best memories and connection of our lives. So, sir, like how has the shift to remote learning changed this?
Yes. Well, this remote learning or the COVID situation
Hmm.
has brought in a huge impact. Let me tell you. I mean, this is something which we all have to agree that a lot of these changes are, in fact, towards negative side.
Hmm.
There are definitely positive sides as well, and we as educators, it is our duty and responsibility to look at those positives and take them forward. But when it comes to like creating good memories and all, like there are a lot of things which are not happening now. Let's say, for example, for students with this remote learning, if there were regular schools, they had to wake up early in the morning.
Yes.
Say if it is 7:30 the school reporting time, then wake up at 6, get ready, get your bag ready, look at your timetable and put your books, textbooks, notebooks according to your timetables.
Right.
Your mama is running after you, get up, take shower, I'm preparing your breakfast, your lunch pack, and all those things from last year and a half almost, you can say. Now this is something like was the first thing in the morning. Now this is missing, right?
Right.
And then you pack your bags. If you take the school transport, you have to be spot on, dot on time, so that
Very
the driver
important
doesn't.
aspect.
He takes you, yeah, the school bus, yes. If your parents are dropping, or if you go by your own, it's a different story. I mean, 2-3 minutes here and there. Second thing, you reach late to the school,
And so
and
one more thing, the most important thing that the students miss nowadays is like earlier जब बच्चों को स्कूल जाने का मन नहीं करता, they used to have like कि तबीयत ठीक नहीं है, पेट में दर्द हो रहा है, वो चीज
the pet for the
students are missing a lot.
absolutely, I agree. Pet dard is the most common thing, which because yeah. So I completely agree that yes, that's what I'm saying. Like these are something really, really very small little things, but we are missing on those fronts. That fine, getting ready. If you're late to the school, then maybe your class teacher or your physical education teacher who is right at the gate, or the principal is waiting, and they're looking at the watch, and oh, you are late. So and then of course maybe the school prefects are making a list, putting your name in the list, and 3 times you are late in a month, then one absent. So all those things, they're little things, but we are missing on those. Then of course, once the school begins, you enjoy the company of your like fellow students. You are in the same class. Sometimes at break times,
Great time.
you have a lot of kind of activities at break. You sometimes you compete with your seniors, have a small like football match. Let's have a very quick 10 minutes football match. I mean, I've seen this all. So this is something which, when you enjoy your peer groups, so this is also something which is actually missing now. And uh, because of COVID situation, a lot of students have missed on their great fond memories. When it, especially when you talk of 11th and 12th class students, who probably like 12th class students last year were expecting a farewell,
Fair.
proper farewell. Uh, like uh, the boys get ready, they look handsome with wearing a tie and a suit, and the girls would probably wear a sari, probably borrowed from mama. And they also look pretty beautiful. And that's farewell. There are some programs, some titles given, lot of things. So these are things, especially the farewell issues. These are lifelong memories. You take it along, and then of course, whenever you meet your friends, like even now at this age, when we meet our friends, we do talk about those days, and those titles as well. Sometimes we even preserve our titles, and this is something which is missing. So missing friends, missing peer group, missing school activities, and of course your teachers. Now teachers is something, as I said, like a lot of students see the role models in teachers, day-to-day interaction. There are teachers who are really good friends of the students. Sometimes I've seen, like even with me it has happened, students, they do not share and like something with the parents, but they do share those informations with us as teachers, because they build the faith in us. They develop that confidence in us. So they share that information, that so I need this kind of like advice. They may go to another teacher and ask for that. So these things are missing. So the mental and emotional well-being of students and even staff has really been affected. So like yes, this indeed has a huge impact over like building of good memories. So yeah, but then of course, this is life. We have to like move on and carry on, uh, and get ready and prepared for the future. Yeah.
Right, absolutely right, sir. So, moving on, like, in your opinion, how has the technology created a bridge for effective teacher-student communication?
Oh yes. Well, if it was not technology, let me tell you, and the COVID situation or the pandemic had arrived, there would have been no possible communication at all between the students and the teachers. Like if I talk of my good old days, like when I was in like school, or like say even 10th or even my 12th class, When I passed 12th, like computers were gradually coming up. There were, no mobile phones, or there were no tabs available. The technology was still advancing. So, like I would say that if it was not for the educational technology or the technology, we would never have been able to bridge this gap. So, big thanks to the educational technology
Yes,
that.
and due to technology also, we are just having the webinar also interacting. So thanks to technology.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. The big thanks to the educational technology that it made this regular communication possible between the students and the teachers. Had it not been the EdTech, I'm sure like we just probably would have been at home, just pondering over what is happening,
Right.
thinking about the future of the students. I'm sure if you look at 100 years ago and that Spanish pandemic, the Spanish flu, imagine the situation, what would have happened that time with no computers and no telephones or mobile phones in place. We can imagine. So even now, uh, with educational technology in place, there are a lot of students or unfortunate students who probably come from the less privileged, strata of the society. They do not have access to technology, so now they are not having any access to education. And I really feel for them. I really have that for them. But luckily, there are a lot of students in the urban areas, even like in the small townships as well, who are now in regular touch because of the educational technology. So, like if I talk of my school also, uh, educational technology has really given us an opportunity, a platform where we have a learning platform. We use a learning management system. We use a lot of different tools which can be integrated with these learning management systems.
Hmm.
And these tools, the teachers use them as like their normal tools which they would be using in the classrooms. So really this is something which great. So like teaching has not stopped. The process of teaching and learning has not stopped for a number of students. Why? Because of the technology.
Absolutely.
So the teachers are delivering their lessons, the teachers are working, the teachers are doing their plannings, the teachers are like doing the best. In fact, even the teachers who were not tech savvy, let me tell you, there are a lot of teachers around I know who weren't really tech savvy, but they all stepped up, they all came up, they learned this new skill, they learned whatever was required or expected of them to deliver the lessons online. And salutes, big salutes to them that they really made it possible for these students so that learning goes on. And last year, so a year and a half, it means almost 2 years of education.
Right.
So that way they have really done their best, and really kudos to all the teaching fraternity. As a school leader, I can say that really a job well done.
Yes, absolutely. So, thank you so much, Ashish sir, for sharing your valuable insights on this topic. And it was great interacting with you. So, thank you so
Pleasure,
much, sir.
pleasure was mine. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you to Antab, and thank you to you. Thank you to Hina, and a big thanks. And
Thank you
I
so
wish you all
much.
the very best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
And
Thanks.
thank you, sir. And to all the viewers who are watching us, if you haven't subscribed the channel, do subscribe it and hit that bell icon. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, and stay away from Corona.
Thank you.